Hello everyone, I welcome you all to a new episode of Beyond the Facade. Now, let us continue. You must be Yoshida Kiko, right? Come with me, we need to talk. I hope the name Sasakime is familiar to you. Meanwhile, shut up phone. Monica takes a step back, her gaze fixed on the spot where she left the gun. Shortly after, Yuri dashes through the branches and arrives running. Her cheeks are red from the rash, her eyes wide with concern. She looks around immediately, spots Monica. Monica, what happened? Monica turns her gaze to Yuri, then back to the area where Kiko is being held. He's getting help, don't worry. And you, are you okay? You disappear silent. I'm fine, don't worry about me. Like is nothing more, remaining as she was before, with the face of someone who understands all too well what happened. What really happened behind those scenes. I didn't mean to. His words fade away, leaving only tension in the air. What have you done, Fuyiko? No anymore, or maybe I do, but I don't want to say it out loud. Iko, she's not what she seems. She's good at making you think you're in control by reality. She envelops you, makes you feel important as if you were the only one who understands her. And then when she has you completely, she starts to tighten her grip. Slow down until you can't breathe anymore. He takes a broken breath and finally looks at me, his eyes shine with tears that don't fall. At first I thought she just wanted someone close, someone who really understood her, but then she started asking me for things. Small things at first, then more and more. I always said yes because every time I said no, she changed. He pauses, runs a hand through his hair, desperate. Sometimes she made me believe it was love, or at least it had been, but it wasn't. It was control, and I let myself get caught up in it. Not because I wanted to, but because I was afraid of her. I wait a moment before speaking, in case he wants to add anything else. It seems to be very, very close. You laugh softly, a bitter sound almost soft. Yeah, more than it should be. He looks at me with an expression that makes you shame and relief. What the fuck? Bro! No! Dear God! What is this? Fucking hell. I remain motionless, saying nothing. He continues, as if he can't stop now. She hated it, the fact that we had the same blood but two different mothers. She said I was proof of her father's betrayal and my mother had ruined everything. And then she wouldn't let me go, she wanted me close always. He wipes his face with the back of his hand, but his fingers are trembling. When she decided to have you expelled, it wasn't because of the points or anything else, it was to prove that she could still win. That she could control something, someone, even me. It went silent for a long while. Fuyiko, you don't have to pay for what she did. You can't change what you did, but you can decide what to do now. I know, but it's hard, you know? My whole life has revolved around her. What a touching scene. Good time appears from behind a group of bushes with a usual mischievous smile. Looks like I missed the best part, I turned toward her. I expected you to come. She approaches slowly, looking me straight in the eye. It's always nice to have to deal with you. You know, I've been following you for a while, and I saw the end of this little scene. It didn't look like an easy chat. As easy, but now it's all over. Don't act like you did it all yourself. We've been racking our brains together, haven't we? Go glance at Fuyoko. This kid is Yedrah, the one you were talking about. That's right, that's him. I see. Go downstairs, wait a few seconds. It seems to have ended well, I'd say. Like he's already taken action, right? I think so. We don't have to worry too much. Tell me how things are up between you two. You let her to find a gun. I'm really curious. Gun? I think back to what happened earlier on the phone with her. She seemed real angry. Honestly, I don't know what to tell you. What a boring cancer. Anyway, I told you this exam stank at itself. What is this? Just. I know. But I didn't think it would go this far. Rather, without Ryuji, send him to the slaughter alone. Poor Ryuji. He'll be fine. So I doubt Kiko killed him, so we don't have to worry. Why are you so nonchalant? Then she looks at Fuyoko again, then back at me. Come on, you two, let's get out of here. We should let the teachers deal with it. Fuyoko and I exchange glances, then not together. Alright. Go down to the surround, ready to walk away. Anyway, learn to trust me a little more. As long as I'm at this school, I want you to see me as a partner you can rely on, okay? I stand still for him and watch her walk away. Maybe for once her tone wasn't sarcastic. A fool would trust her. What do you mean? I swear to God, this MC is fucking bizarre. They say that trust is the foundation of a relationship, but what happens when you realize that you, like everyone else, are capable of lying? You don't do it out of malice, you do it because you have to protect someone or something, maybe yourself. At first I thought this exam was nothing special, but with each passing day I realized it was much more than that. It's a mirror. It reflects who you really are. You don't always like what you see. That's exactly how I acted in this exam, for myself. Bro, you decided yourself to... Why is the lamp here? You yourself have decided to do this with Kotonoha. 4 days have passed since the exam ended. Today, life returns to normal. The sky is clear, a pale blue that heralds the end of winter. The morning cat is fresh, smelling of damp asphalt. I look alongside Harry, the sound of footsteps mingling with the lazy sounds of the city wake up. It's strange, is it? What? You know, after everything that's happened, just seems like a normal day. Yeah, as if nothing ever happened. We couldn't walk in silence. Meanwhile, many other students pass us, all heading to school. Wasn't that strange, has it? I know, Roland. Maybe they're the ones who changed. Little John playing with her backpack, just like when she was a child. And he will see everyone again today. Maybe the club will go back to the way it was before. It would be really nice. I mean, who knows? There will be even someone new. I laugh at such like a statement. Always optimistic, huh? Always, someone has to be. Oh, that's what makes you special. Sarah seems surprised and stares at me for a few seconds. Yeah. I look at her sideways. Her gaze is downcast, but her smile is the same as always, sweet and fragile. Listen, I want to tell you something else. I'm sorry for how I behaved towards you the other day during the exam. I felt betrayed that you two didn't tell me anything about it. I understand how you felt. And though you have to tell it the others sooner or later. Yeah, I guess so, right? I hope you took a behind passes off. He's some from the school day. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it, Sarah. This man has fucked up so many things. Most of the students fell the air. Laughter, shouts, the usual modern commotion. For a moment, it really seems to me that everything can go back to normal. I hope so too. Well, see you later then. Sarah hurriedly heads into the school. I look around to see if I can see Monica, but I can't find her. Maybe she's already gone in. I towards the lockers too. I don't find Monica yet either. Well, I expected that, to be honest. These days, let's just say, things haven't been going well between us, I suppose. I texted her a couple of times, but she hasn't replied. The reply I got was yesterday after I asked her if she was going to school. So, we'll find a solution, I think. You're cooked, bro. And honestly, like, deservedly. Like, you can't do this to a person. The bell hasn't rung yet, but the classroom is already almost full. Voices, laughter, a few chairs scraping across the floor. Maybe just me, but everyone's faces seem a little more subdued than usual. It's as if that exam has cast a small shadow over everyone, even those who have never admitted it. It's really over, but who knows if I'll ever really be able to go back to how we were before. My gaze stops on May. Bloody hell. She's already sitting in her seat near the window. The morning light filters through her curtains and caresses her profile. Eyes fixed outside, a bandage on her hair, an expression that feigns calm. Her arms are crossed, but tension in her fingers betrays her. Hey, May. She turns slowly as if returning from a distant thought. Oh, it's you. I'll smile Peter's on lip, uncertain but real. And are you taking a vacation after all that mess? I could have used it, but I don't think the teachers were taking it well. She laughs softly and shakes her head. Yeah, right, always dutiful, huh? For a few seconds we continue to stare at each other, then she quickly turns away, my eyes fixed on the bandage. What are you? May shrugs nonchalantly. Well, apparently I have a broken tooth, I also hit my head. I have a few bruises on my body too, but they told me I was lucky in the end. Not bad, huh? Listen, shudders her touches her spot. Her eyes meet mine, and she looks away biting her lip. I'm trying to convince myself about it, that's all. She rests her elbow on the desk, her chin on her hand. Her tone softens, becoming more sincere, almost very. I still can't understand how this could have happened. Kiko, she's always been a bit peculiar, as if our friendship were one-sided. It's my fault. It's my fault. I cannot speak, blood hell. It's my fault for nothing, anything to change the situation. They takes a long breath. I'm a very weak person. That's not true. A shameless lie. What's said is true, honestly. Me as a person who needs others to survive, too weak to be alone. I need your comfort, so spare me. But in the end, you managed to free yourself from those chains, didn't you? Well, yeah, but only because her friend was getting annoying. The problem is, I cannot hate Kiko as much as I'd like to. Her fingers drum on the desk, every word seems to weigh heavily. She did a horrible thing, and yet I can't help thinking about how she was before all this. But then, boom, you wake up, and I didn't really know anyone. And that's what the test was all about after all. Oh yeah, you know, it's alright. Only 2 people almost died during the test. Shit happens. A fucking firearm was found in the test. Imagine if Kiko found it. She could have shot like 3 people. She raised an eyebrow. What do you mean? To understand how much we're willing to endure and what we're willing to do to it. No. Atazoth, you're just dumb. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Yeah, and Kiko decided winning was more than anything else. Thanks anyway for worrying about me. I could have done otherwise. She went slowly. I know, but none of them would have done that. And not to anyone, but everyone. For what? Nothing. Never mind. I get too excited though. I'll be kept at most. Every moment of lightheartedness that is almost immediately broken. May takes a strand of hair behind her eye. Yeah, behind her eye. Behind her ear and size. By the way, Ryuji isn't back yet, is he? No, apparently he's in hospital for tests. She looks sideways, lost in thought. I feel sorry for him. He didn't deserve this. He had nothing to do with it. Well, we have to look in the bright side, don't you think? Bro, Kata literally sacrificed him. At least everything's been resolved now. Yeah, I guess so. A small escapes are despite everything. The rings drank everyone's attention. The teacher hasn't come in yet, but the class gradually quietens down. Look at me. She's a more determined expression now, even if her eyes remain a little sad. Anyway, it's good to see you back here. She puts her hands on her hips, then pretends to snort. Yeah, don't get too used to it. If I decide to change school, it'll be your fault. You'll know where to find me then. For a moment, it's not genuine, even veiled with melancholy. She stirs the strength inside her, even if she only uses it to stand still. The teacher enters and everything returns to normal, or at least to something resembling it. On the same day after class, I head to the cafeteria. The bus in the cafe is the same as always, voice overlapping, trays bang on tables. The smell of food mixing with it of disinfectant. Here too I look around in the hope of seeing Monica, without success. I move between the tables with my tray looking for a free seat. People talk about the exam only in hushed tones, as with various secret no one really wants to remember, and that's why I see them. Gotono and Aya sitting at the table in the corner. The first has an almost untouched plane in front of her, old apple, and a glass of water. She looks at something on her phone, with it absorbed and detached diary seems disconnected from the world. Next to her, sitting opposite, Aya flips through a book without saying anything, absent-mindedly munching cookies. Every now and then, she looks up as if she wants to say something, but then she changes her mind. You could say they are two parallel worlds at the same table. I approach slowly, tray in hand. Tray in hand, I cannot speak. I'm still sick. May I? Gotan looks up slightly, a faint smile on her face. Of course, you're always welcome here. Besides, it's unusual for you to come to me on your own. Yeah, but sometimes changing things up is good. Not for everyone. I look up from her book, curious. You two always seem ready for a valuable duel, huh? It's not duel, Aya. It's just conversation with someone who can keep up with me. If that's the case, I know whether I should feel flattered or worried. A little bit of both, I'd say. I sit down in front of him. Gotan turns over the phone screen with a decisive tap. I guess you want to talk about the exam? What, I think I want to know how you are. Gotan raised an eyebrow, surprised. Oh, you're really acting different, Atazoth. Oh, why, you ask? I'm not the one who ended up suspended or injured, if that's what you mean. That's not the point. I know, but thank you for asking, if it's pointless. I puts down her book and drums her fingers on the table. Everyone keeps talking about it, even if they pretend not to. It's strange, is it? A week ago we seemed to be in a game or something like that. Everyone pretends it never happened. I wonder if the other absurd things happen that we don't know about. It's the easiest way to stay sane, Aya. Deny it. Hard to keep lying to herself. Subtle difference. I look at Kata. The exam must have never worried her, right from the start. When did I expect anything different? Fortunately, the two of us sorted everything out. I told you something pulled off, and of course I was right. Yeah, but I didn't think it would end so badly. People don't change Atazoth, masks do. But the people wearing them remain the same. Hiko, Ryuji, even me, everyone just showed their limits. Interesting way of saying we're all broken. It's a more elegant way of admitting it. I turn to your expression calm but attentive. What about you? Do you feel like you're one of those who just changed masks and answer right away? Not because I don't know what to say. Because deep down I don't know either. Maybe I am. Or maybe my master just started to slip like your analysis. See, that's why I like you, in my own way. I really love your facade. Beyond the Facade reference, ain't no way. Bloody hell. Again with this story. Don't get me wrong, most people run away as soon as they realize they can control a conversation with me. You stay, and if you don't believe me, that makes you interesting. I say, softly biting into a cookie. When Kotaro says someone is interesting, it usually means I'm going to enjoy making life difficult. I already knew that. Hey, you two, be nicer to me. Kotaro smiles, almost amused, and goes back to staring at me. By the way, I saw Monica this morning. No, really? You seem tense. More than usual, I mean. That's all after what she saw. Maybe. But I don't think that's the only reason. There's something else, I bet you know it better than anyone else. Maybe. I leans back in her chair, watch us both. You know, it's rather strange. You talk as if school were a battlefield, not a place where you eat lunch. In a way it is. Except here the weapons are words. And people kill each other with metaphors. Yep. The silence that follows is different from before. It's not awkward, nor is it empty. It's one of those silences that seems to say, now it's your turn to speak, but no one really wants to. Kata looks at her water bottle, slowly twirling between her fingers. However, this time her gaze is not her usual one. It's distant. Doesn't seem like your usual self, you know. You seem more caring than usual. We're both acting strange today. Should I be worried? It's just that you don't usually leave even a crack open. Because for once I don't need a barrier. That sounds good when you say it like that, but I don't really think you mean it. Maybe not. Maybe I do. But only for today. Goodman continues to look out the window, then sighs softly. You know when you watch someone fall and think that deep down there they're coming? Don't say you feel sorry for Kiko. Sorry, for goodness sake, I don't think I ever felt sorry for anyone in my life. When I saw her face that day, I realized something. What's that? The difference between her, us, Atazoth, is only a very thin line. And that one wrong step is enough to cross it. Can you believe that? We're as sane as we are close to craziness. Isn't that amazing? What are you talking about? What are you talking? Don't understand. I stared at her for a few seconds and closed the book she was still holding. I don't think you'd ever question yourself at all. Neither did I, to be honest. I paused for a second to think out her words. You're not as crazy as it might seem. I think you're right. Please don't say you're learning from me. I don't want to take the blame for that too. I have to be the one who studies the Yedrah. I chuckled softly. Too late, it's already happened. Got out turns to me, this time with a different expression than usual. An expression you have when you spend time with a dear friend. You know what that is of? Let's just be we spend our challenge wasn't because of Yedrah. I don't know why I did it. We could continue when you think anything, and maybe you wouldn't have noticed. Sometimes I make choices that don't even make sense to me. But that time, I was just looking for someone who wouldn't disappoint me. That's why I told you. I want you to show me your real are. I did, didn't I? Yeah. And I wouldn't have one. Anyway, for a moment, no one speaks. I goes back to Rita, and the background noise for cafeteria falls the air again. Like Utona one last time, she had to assume the usual smile, that enigmatic one that never lets you know where she stands. But her eyes, just for a moment, I see something different. Returning to the club after everything that has happened feels strange. It's like walking into a familiar face that no longer recognizes you. The lights, the curtains, the usual books on the shelves. Everything will be the same, yet every detail will seem to carry more weight. It says I opened the door, the four of them already there. Sarah greets me with an energetic wave for in hand, as usual, but her smile is weaker. Her and Monica are sitting next to each other, both lost in their thoughts. Let's go a little further away, her eyes downcast, her fingers into her wine. Oh, there you are. Monica speaks first, look now. Her voice neutral, as if she's trying to maintain a facial balance. Sorry, I'm late. It's okay, we haven't started yet. I sit next to Sarah, who looks at me for a moment, then sighs. You know, it's strange, isn't it, coming back here after all this time? Sarah told me that. Yeah, but I only told you, not the others in the club. Did you have to run the mute? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Anyway, you're right. It feels like a month has passed, not a week. For no one speaks, the room is immersed in silence. It is the first to break it, her voice combat tense. I still can't get what happened in the exam out of my head. I don't suffer for their own reasons. It's as if certain images keep repeating themselves even now. Like the lens at her quickly. She doesn't need to say anything else. She's probably the one who might suffer the most. At least it's over. Although, to be honest, it doesn't feel like a victory for anyone. I don't lost something one way or another. Well, that's what the club is for, isn't it? To make us feel a little better. To find a little peace of mind. The time is going by a little forest, as if she were trying to convince herself more than any others. After a few seconds, Micah gets up and leans against the desk. I agree. This is why we won't be doing anything of it today. I just like us to write something of our own. It doesn't have to be a poem. Something that helps us lead our heads a little. Without slowly accepting without argument. I can't guarantee anything deep, though. Standing at the hand seems relieved. So it's decided. That way we can relax a little. Look at her, then shift my gaze to Monica. She's calm, but you can see that inside she's anything but. I put out her feet to get up, then move a little closer to her. Monica, can we talk outside for a moment? I speak softly, so as not to make her uncomfortable talking in front of her own. She freezes, looks at me, and shakes her head. Later, okay? Not now. He's not cold, just distant. I don't slow her and turn to my seat. Sarah gives me a curious look, but says nothing. Micah follows the others, taking the writing materials, but she takes 2 pens and 2 sheets, laying one on each empty desk. Not scared, don't you notice this? While Sarah looks at her with a confused expression. Monica, why do you put a sheet of paper and pen on the desk? Not scared, falls down, look at the desk too. Is there some ghost? Please don't say things like that. Micah pauses for a moment, pen with that, and looks up with a small smile. Oh, that! I didn't sound very calm, but there is a slight sparkle in her eyes. Actually, there's something I need to tell you. Then today we'll have a new person in the club. Oh, someone's joining us. It's another guy, I swear I'm leaving. Well, luckily it's a girl. Oh, it's on someone we already know. Hey, Trille! Micah nods, gave me a small smile. Apparently, Atazoth suggested she join us, but it was her decision. And considering things have been lately, I thought a breath of fresh air wouldn't hurt anyone. I was surprised that I brought her here. I ask, who is she? I mean, it's better if she introduces herself. For a moment, silence reigns in the room. Then Donovan moves slowly. The door slides slowly, letting in a beam of light from the hallway. And it seems to change, almost lighter but tense at the same time. She just stands motionless in the doorway, clutch her shoulder back to her chest. Hello. It's been too long I'm used to someone joining the club. I'm sorry, nice to meet you again. Sarah shifts to herself while Yuna steps back slightly to brace with Sarah's energy. Nice to meet you two again. My name's Yuna. Yuna looks at her, stunned. Yuna, I didn't know you wanted to join this club. She looks down, a little embarrassed. Actually, I decided recently, and it was thanks to him. Just to me. And all eyes are on me. Yeah, we met during the special exam. We're in the same group. Really? Yeah, and well, she'll tell you the rest. And then I turn back to Yuna. Still love literature too? Actually, I've never been into it. Bad things happen with my old club, which got best bad, but I thought joining this one would be good for me. I promise I'll try to get into it, though. Natsuki says, but this time without irony. Well, there is no real reason to join here. Yours is more than valid, too. Yes, and the more the merrier, right? Micah watches the scene silently, with a calm smile, but eyes move from me to Yuna as if she's evaluating something. This episode will be a bit longer, because I want to finish the mod, because there is only like 5 minutes of content, maybe 10 at most. So yeah, let's finish this mod. Monica watches the scene silently, with a calm smile, but her eyes move from me to Yuna, as if she's evaluating something. Then she takes a step forward, places her hands on the desk. Welcome to a literature club, Yuna. Happy you feel at home here? Now bows her head slightly. Thank you, Nella. There is a moment silence. Then changes, the girls start talking to each other again, and I find myself watching the scene in silence. Nella sits down next to Sarah. Sarah is showing her notebook full of colorful verses, and Yuna asks her what kind of books she reads. Everything seems almost normal. Yet as I watch Monica turn towards the window, I realize that something inside her, inside me, is not yet completely returned to its place. But for now, that's okay. One by one, the voices in the club begin to fade. Afternoon slips into evening, and the sun sits behind the windows, bathing the room in a golden orange light. I think it's time to go. My mother will kill me if I'm late again. I have to go too. It's been a really nice afternoon. Natsuki nods too. Monica smiles to me listening, but her gaze shifts to me at all times. We also stand a little longer to sort some things out. Sarah, why don't you take Yuna with you? Yeah, of course. Sarah quickly grabs her bag and then gently takes Yuna's arm. Shall we go? I'll show you the shortcut to the exit. Now turns to me for a moment, a kind smile on her. See you tomorrow, okay? Or not? Yeah, see you tomorrow. One after the other, the four of them leave. The silence remains thick. Oh boy, this will be interesting. Let's say. Only rustling of the wind outside the windows and ticking of the clock fill the room. Monica remains standing next to the desk, her hands clasped behind her back. She doesn't speak right away. I watch her, waiting for her to break that invisible wall. You know, it's funny how after everything that's happened, the club still seems the same. She smiles slightly, but it's a tired, dull smile. You know, it's unlikely to ever be the same as it was before. Before they even decided to add these special exams, I'm a little closer but without saying anything. There's heaviness in the air that I cannot yet name. Still, I know this conversation, the one we're about to have, cannot be put off any longer. Micah slowly turns towards me, her green eyes meet in mine. For a moment I imagine her in the woods, with a gun clenched in her hands. Now she seems calmer, but also more distant. Well, I guess it's time to tell it all. First of all, you know, it seems to me that you two are quite close. You know, when I had her on the phone the other day. Look at Monica keeping my cool. I know where she's going with this. I told her about her situation and decided to help her. Think of it as Yedrah. Okay, then. I remain silent for a few seconds. I'm not sure how to continue, even if I should be the one to do it. Monica looks at me and looks away towards the window. The orange light of the sunset outlines her profile, and for a moment, she seems like the perfect girl I knew at the beginning. Only now, behind that calm, we can glimpse some heaven. You know, I thought a lot about what happened. About Kika, about you, about how we handled everything. Not slowly. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Not easy, no, but perhaps necessary. I had to convince myself the point I got at her was the only way to stop her. I'll have to make sure I found it. Yet when I think about it now, she stops, closes her eyes. I can't figure out if I did the right thing or just got manipulated by you. Monica, if you hadn't drive through, she would probably be in an even worse condition. Maybe Kiko too. I know Kota did something stupid by sending me alone, but I couldn't think of anything better. She opens her eyes and stares at me. It's strange to hear you say that. You always seemed like the one who had everything under control. Not that time. You know, I realized something during that exam. All of us, even those who seem strong, we break easily. She looks at me. Her gaze becomes more direct, including you. I sat and ran a hand through my hair. Probably, but at least now I know what I don't want to be anymore. Let it be. Someone who pretends with you. Monica remains motionless, and slowly a faint smile appears on her lips, a sincere one. It's funny because that's exactly what I wanted to hear. She takes a step towards me. Now what? Because she hangs in the air. Heavy but also fragile. I'm not sure if she means now the two of us or now everything else. Now let's try to move on, shall we? Monica looks down, then slowly. Yeah, maybe that's the hardest thing to do. That's not impossible. We stand at our desks, side by side. The sky is silent. The world seems to have stopped for a moment. You ever wondered if everything we've been through it all made sense? Sometimes, yes. But I think we create the meaning ourselves, and when everything falls apart. She goes slowly, then let's have a battle audible laugh. Then her hand brushes mine, a simple natural gesture, as if she were just checking that I really was there. You know, I thought that after everything that happened, you'd get tired of me. I thought of doing it actually, but I realized I can't. Not yet, at least. Not yet. Well, I can't help if I fall in love with a person like you know. The silence returns, but it's no longer heavy. Her hand remains in mine. But ask me how things will go from here. I have no idea. As always, you're impassive, huh? Wrong voice. But for now, that's fine. Then she gets up, takes her bag, and steps from the club door. Listen, it's been a busy day. How about coming over to my place? The suggestion surprises me. Well, of course, I'm not going to pass up this opportunity. Sure, Monica. Monica leaves first. I look at the empty desk, the half-finished papers, the small trace of a normality that perhaps is right returning. Perhaps, however, there is no pending. Perhaps there never will be. I turn off the light and close the curtains. I continue to look at the empty room. The same room that before was filled in a friendly warmth, with friendships, with love. This, in the end, is a representation of us. The arcade full of warmth, all the same. Is it done? Yes. Bloody hell, this was, well, it was something. It was something indeed. I'd say it was a fun mod, definitely. I am a bit conflicted on it, I do admit. Because, well, that is the fact of, you know, sometimes the, like, words being a bit, like, mistranslated, stuff like that. But that's not something that really bothers me all too much, you know. The story was interesting. I did like it. I did like it quite a bit. Though at points it got a bit strange, let's say. It felt sometimes a bit deep for the sake of being deep, I feel like. I did like Kiko being a twist villain. I did not expect that. I was expecting Kotonoha to do everything bad, considering True for Deception. I feel like if I only played Beyond the Facade, I would have not suspected Kotonoha so much. But due to True for Deception, I thought it was her. I was quite certain. Oh, bloody hell. Pardon me. But yeah. I like... Okay, the Fuyuhiko stuff was very weird at the end, you know? Them being half-siblings and the whole thing, the reveal was really strange. A bit yucky and icky, but yeah. Now, since the credits are over, yeah, let's go through this. Let me turn on the tier list real quick. Now, I know the die tier is hidden and whatnot, but let me place the thing on the board. But we don't need the die tier, because that's only for the worst over worst mods. Anyways, Beyond the Facade. Where would I... Oh, yeah, it's going to bug out a little depending where I placed it. Honestly, definitely better than True for Deception. I'd place it, honestly, here. It was fun. Quite fun. I enjoyed myself. It had its issues, sure, but it was fun. I like the CGs, the art. Sure, it was rougher, but I don't mind that. I don't need, like, perfect best art. I feel like the art that was in the mod conveyed the stuff well. The plot sometimes was a bit strange to me, but still, I enjoyed myself. It was fun. I am intrigued to see if this mod maker makes any more mods. But either way, I hope you lads and enjoyed. Press like or subscribe, and I love you all. Bye bye.